Hello everybody. Today I'm over here in Mountain Rest, South Carolina, really close to the Georgia border. Sort of in the end of Orwellman Road area. If you come from Clayton down Orwellman Road to the end of 28. But I'm over here checking out Chattooga town. This was a small town. Goes back all the way back to 1721 when it first appeared as Chattooga, and it had 90 inhabitants. And this is an area here along 28 where you can come check out some of the old ruins. And as the back of the sign here says, the last Cherokee to live here sold his land in 1816. So I'm gonna walk down here and check this out. I've never been here before. Been by it a million times, but just never stopped and checked it out. As you can see, there's some old ruins over there. Looks like probably an old home place. Here the sign talks about the Russell House, which I'm only half a mile, I guess, from Russell Bridge, which is the actual state line between South Carolina and Georgia. So I guess this is the location of the old Russell House and their farm stand. They had everything here. A smokehouse, a main house, a barn. And that is actually there, the ruins of the old Russell House. It says the smokehouse was on further over there. But it tells all the history of the area here. So you can pause the video to read some of this stuff, but I'm going to walk on over here and check everything out. I'm not sure what this rock is standing here. It doesn't have anything on it. Pretty good stream flowing right here though. This is underground until right there. This is the side of the main house. I guess these are the old remains of the chimneys. It says there was a smokehouse over here somewhere. Could be that, I guess. Well, we've got something over here. Some kind of an old building. A bridge here crossing over. Picnic table. Maybe this is the area of the old spring house. I think this is what it looks like. Yep, this is the old spring house. the water's still flowing through it here. This is where they would have kept all their food that needed to be refrigerated. And this thing's still in really good shape. That's the old spring house. Very cool. There's some kind of bird making a funky noise. I don't know what that is. He sounds upset. So that's the old spring house there, still in fairly good shape. Like I said, it showed there being an old smokehouse over here somewhere on the map back there. Maybe that could have been it right there, because there's some kind of an old foundation for something there. We'll walk over here and check out these other buildings. This appears to be an old barn. Here's this branch or stream or spring or whatever it is flowing through here. Here is the old barn, still standing. Feed trough. There's some old tin and stuff over there in the woods, so that could have been other old buildings. They're long since gone. You can see this is a hand-hewn beam right here. Can't see really well in there, but due to the light, but big pile of stones in here. This is another, this could have been where they kept the milk cow. Here's another section. Got an old door here. Step over in here. Sorry for the poor lighting. It's quite dark in this old barn. Popped out here next to the creek. I'm gonna see if I can cross the creek right here. you're like me and enjoy history, I'm quite the history buff. I love getting out and seeing this kind of stuff. Here's another kind of little building. Not sure what this is. Not sure what this was. It's got a chicken roosting pole. This could have been a chicken coop, maybe. Looks like a roosting pole across in there for chickens to sit on and roost. So maybe that's what that is. I'm not sure. It could probably says up there on the sign what that is, but there's all kinds of stuff over here. I didn't know all this was over here. Here's another building of some sorts. Not sure what this was either. Missing a few boards over here. This just keeps on going. Here we've got a collapsed building. I'm not sure what that was, but it's completely collapsed on itself. Looking at it. It looks like it had a wooden floor in it. Foundation. Not sure what that was. Here we've got another building. This looks like a big old barn or something. This was probably fields over here that they intended more than likely farmed. Let's walk over here and check this building out. This looks like a pretty large building. I guess this was another animal barn, maybe. It is in very good shape in here. And the other side is exactly the same. It's really cool, man. I didn't, like I said, I never stopped here. I didn't know there was quite this much stuff here. And there has been doors at some point in time on both ends of this building. As you can see, this is an old road cut or something through here. And here we have another building that is part way underground. As you can see, it's collapsed in there a lot. Not sure what this was. Unless it was like some kind of a root cellar or something, maybe, I don't know. Pretty cool. You can see this old road cut keeps on continuing down through there. I don't see anything else building wise or anything down there, so I'm going to go back this way. Well, that appears to be everything there is here to see as far as buildings and whatnot. And I just wanted to stop back here and walk around and check it out. Like I said, I'd never stopped here before. I've been by it a million times, but never stopped. And I had no idea all this stuff was here, because you can't see it from the road really. You can only see the big barn there. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I thank you for coming along with me while I checked it out. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on my next adventure. Thanks for watching.